All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music in real time for real people just like you right there and just like me right here. The enthusiasm gap, it's no longer a part of the band Journey. I think all the members of Journey are happy to be working for the company, if you want to call it that, the organization, the outfit, the firm. There was a band called The Firm, by the way, in case you forgot about that, with Paul Rogers and Jimmy Page. They were the rock and roll firm. You want to go work for a big corporation, go work for The Firm. Anyway, now I sidetracked myself. At the end of this performance, which was a quarantined version of Don't Stop Believin', this was the first appearance of Narada Michael Walden and the first reappearance of the mighty big dog himself, Randy Jackson, who Arnel tips his hat over to both of those gentlemen at the very end of this video. By the way, for all you haters of Arnel or naysayers, and look, these are battles that are always going to be within rock bands. Kelly Hansen gets a load of crap for replacing Lou Gramm in Foreigner, and look, Kelly has kind of won me over. It took me a long time to warm up to Kelly Hansen. It didn't actually take me that long to warm up to Arnel when he first appeared. I'm just worried that after 10 plus years of the guy singing, that his voice isn't going to hold up for too much longer. But all of this rest and quarantine and all this stuff, I think, has done him a lot of good, because he sounded very energetic on this track. He didn't shy away from any of the more difficult notes in Don't Stop Believin', especially toward the end of the track. He sounds good. He sounds rested. But more importantly, when he gives the nod to Narada at the end, he does a couple of extra drum fills and looks really happy to be there. And you couldn't really say that about the guys that they replaced. You couldn't really say it. And even Neil Schon recently admitted that, especially in the case of their former drummer, he was just looking for a paycheck and he was kind of mailing it in. And I had heard that 2 or 3 years ago. And I didn't really go too public with that info, but I had known for quite some time that he was just there because he had to be there. And I even know of some really disparaging things that were said about him being there. Like, he said it about his own situation. So it's really weird, because you grew up listening to him back in the early 80s when he first joined the band. And he is elevated as one of the better drummers in the world, and he deserves that, no question about it. But obviously, this isn't his thing anymore. He was asked if he wanted to come back in the early 2000s or in 98, 99, and he turned it down. And so Dean Castronova was brought on board, and quite honestly, Dean is a fantastic drummer, and so is Narada Michael Walden. I mean, really strong. This is a really strong lineup for this group, and we await with bated breath or bated ears, waiting for that new single to drop. And I will be sending out some correspondence to find out when that might be. I may not get a response to that, but I will try to inquire as to when that song will be. It might have been delayed for a specific reason. Maybe these guys have enough material for an album, and maybe they want to get the album out, but you think they might want to get the single out to give people a taste of this new strut, as Neil Schon calls it, that they have. Strut and swagger. I'm very interested in that. So hopefully you are too. I mean, there's not much else to talk about or do right now in the world of classic rock, other than listening to certain rock stars complaining about various politicians and political issues, and I'm just tired of that. I'd like to talk about music more than I talk about politics on this channel. In fact, I tried to make this channel apolitical, but unfortunately politics has seeped into everything. kind of like a cancer. I hate it. So in any event, thanks for watching the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and don't forget me on Patreon. Keep in mind, when that song does get released, I will be here to review the song, talk about it, tell you what I think about it. I bet you I'm going to like it because it's Journey and it's Neil Schon and Arnell and John Kane and the new rhythm section. I can't see why I wouldn't like it, but we'll find out when the song gets released. All right, I'm done. See you soon.